Welcome back, larceny enthusiasts, to another video. Today we're going to be going over the one and only Boys in Blue update for Payday 3. I know I'm a little late to the party to upload this, but I do want to not only give you my thoughts, and if I recommend coming back to this game after the update. So, mask up, folks. The Boys in Blue update was the biggest update yet for the game and was met with much skepticism when it was first announced. With how much marketing the company was putting into its first content release in 7 months, people were really wondering if it was worth it since they perceived the game as dead. While the heist itself is good, not great, everything about it brings the game back to life and really showcases just how much STARBREEZE does care for this game. Firstly, they gave out our one and only girl, Clover, for free. If you're unfamiliar, Clover is an Irish burglar turned payday gang via everyone's favorite violent Englishman, Hoxton, all the way back in the early days of Payday 2. She's brought back in an interesting way by wanting to get revenge on Concord, and we'll be going over that in more detail in another video. But for now, what you just need to know is that it felt real and genuine, and the reveal was great. With Clover comes her new signature gun, the Queen's Revenge. Albeit, it's a Car 4 preset, which is slightly disappointing. Outside of that, there's a bunch of free stickers, charms, and masks for you to enjoy, but the main treat comes with the new free LMG, the Spruta, which is a whole new category of gun, and it just feels great to spray and pray with this thing, let me tell you. While it may not be the best gun in the game, it definitely sits comfortably in the middle of the pack, meaning you can use this gun on any difficulty and not worry about being overrun. To start off, let's get loud with the heist approach. I feel this to not only be an engaging and unique experience, to be out in a parking lot using a tow truck to rip open a vault door, but also a challenging one. I don't know if it's just the modifiers this week, but this heist seems to have picked up in terms of difficulty compared to the others. The only thing that's slightly annoying, but also makes sense, is the fact that when going loud, you have a very small chance to do a negotiation phase. Which, with all the cops around, the chances of a gunshot going off before you get a chance to trade the hostages is very high. But even if you do get the chance to trade, the first objective is to blow open a wall, so it doesn't really make a difference. The heist in Stealth, on the other hand, focuses on the inside rather than the outside. This is something I find to be quite an interesting aspect, as it makes both Loud and Stealth feel entirely different. Your main way to the evidence locker when in Stealth is through the hallway rather than blowing open a wall, and there's two new unique features in this hallway. One is the pressure-sensitive floor that, if you have a bag or if there's more than one person, it'll lock you in or out of the lockup. And the second is what I like to refer to as a loot chute, which is an alternating door system allowing one person to put all the bags in and the people on the other side to bring them to the van. Both of these are completely unique to Payday, which is very interesting. What works surprisingly well, despite the fact that these two methods are so far apart, is that you can pseudo-stealth this even if you're not progressing to any actual objectives. I find getting the keys or the money from the safes inside allows you to more safely control the outside instead of splitting up. As the red keycard is very handy for getting into the garage and when inside of the lockup, using the keycard to open the door rather than drilling it open. I find that the longer that you stay in the vault, the more cops will swarm you through a fatal funnel, forcing you to push out through one direction. Aesthetically, the heist looks terrible, but I mean that in the best of ways. The map feels like you are just in the worst part of town, but at the same time, while the environment looks bad, some aspects, like when you're in the hallway to the vault, is literally trash. I'm uncertain if this was intentional or not, but everything gets dirty after the explosion has gone off. Like players' masks turn silver, or if you place down a deployable, they get brown. Not to mention the lighting is an interesting one. Feels like you're staring at the sun. The effect only gets worse with the flashlight shields, which is on this week's current heist rotation, but if you're able to get past that hallway in the map, it feels fantastic. While I don't think this heist holds up when compared to some of the bigger heists of Payday 2, this is a great standalone, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's very unique to the gameplay of Payday 3. As for the guns, they're in a whole other ballpark. While the heist itself I'd rate a solid 7 or 8, all the guns are 9s. All of them have an amazing animation, sound, and feel great to use. And that's not just the paid ones, the LMG too. But with that comes a worry. power creep. The MP5, it does crazy damage, it'll 3-tap common enemies and some specials, and it has a crazy ammo pickup and max ammo pulls. The G3 is both better in damage and controllability when compared to the VF7S and the KU-59, albeit at least it has the same ammo amount as the VF7S. What isn't power creep, but instead its own category, is the bull kick. Now this thing is like a pocket sniper rather than a revolver. While with the other revolvers it used to take out SWAT fast and efficiently, if you're shooting at SWAT with the bull kick, it feels like you're wasting it. It also is the only revolver out of the three, with high grain, can bypass the body of a shield. The only other gun that can achieve this currently is the 900S. The downside, as you just saw, is very slow rate of fire, meaning you'll have to rely on your primary a lot more, and if you're out of ammo, you'll find that you'll struggle. Outside of the weapons and the heist itself comes the outfits and the gloves. Now, for this, your mileage may vary, and I'll be showing them now, but if you aren't going to get the pack, for $3 it's not a bad deal. I personally love the Supermax and the Jailbird outfits. Overall, my recommendation is this: if you mainly play with a group of friends, just get the weapons and have one friend get the heist, and if you enjoy the outfits, get the outfits. If you want to get them, maybe play solo with randoms, get the whole pack. Everything in this update is a step in the right direction for Payday 3 as a whole, and brought a new breath of fresh air into the game, galvanizing the enjoyment for not only myself, but many others as well. If you're still on edge for coming back, I'd say try it out, and if it isn't yours, just come back in a few months. The story in this game is picking up, and we'll be going over that in a future video.
What?
Dallas, oh no.
Houston! That piece of shit's going after Houston!
And if you're here just to see if you want to buy the game, I recommend getting it now as the Steam Summer Sale is going on, and PS5 also has it on sale for the next week or so. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, please like, and I hope you subscribe to stay up to date on all future content. Till next time, I'm Vice. Y'all take it easy. Have a great night, y'all.